Traveling with gifts can be tricky, especially when it comes to airport security. The last thing you want is to have your presents unwrapped or even confiscated at the TSA checkpoint. Today, we're breaking down TSA's rules for flying with gifts so you can keep your presents safe and intact. Let's get started. First things first, TSA does allow wrapped gifts in your carry-on or checked luggage, but here's the catch. They might be unwrapped for inspection if the security agents can't see what's inside. Gift bags are a great alternative to wrapping paper. TSA agents can quickly peek inside without damaging your packaging. Plus, it's easy to pack and unpack. If you prefer traditional wrapping, pack your gift wrap and tape in your luggage and wrap your presents once you reach your destination. It's a bit of extra effort, but ensures your gifts stay a surprise. Many popular gifts like perfumes, wines, and lotions are considered liquids, which mean they have to follow TSA's 311 rule if you're carrying them on. Each liquid item must be 3.4 ounces or less. In metric, that's 100 milliliters or less. All containers need to fit in a single quart-sized bag, and you can only carry one bag per passenger. This means full-size bottles of perfume, wine, or other liquids will need to go in checked luggage. Items like jams, sauces, and spreads also count as liquids. So if you're bringing a homemade jam or fancy sauce, make sure it's under 3.4 ounces or pack it in checked luggage. If you're checking liquids, consider wrapping them in bubble wrap or placing them in plastic bags to avoid any spills. And if it's a valuable bottle, check with TSA guidelines or your airline for specific packing recommendations. Electronics are popular gifts, but they come with a few extra rules, especially if they contain batteries. Devices with lithium batteries like tablets or certain toys should ideally go in your carry-on. TSA requires you to remove electronics larger than a smartphone for screening, so be prepared to take out laptops, gaming consoles, or other larger gadgets. If you're giving or traveling with a smart suitcase that has a built-in battery, make sure the battery is removable. TSA requires any batteries in checked luggage to be removable, so double check this if you're gifting or bringing smart luggage. Keep all electronics accessible in your carry-on, as you may need to remove them for screening. TSA recommends labeling or adding identifying markers to gifts like tablets or phones to avoid confusion if they're inspected. There are some items that are completely prohibited in carry-ons and should go directly in your checked luggage or not be brought at all. The first up is sharp objects. Items like knives, scissors, or multi-tools should be packed in checked luggage. If you're gifting a sharp object like a chef's knife or pocket knife, it's best to keep it out of your carry-on altogether. Replica or toy weapons. Toy weapons or replicas, even if they're clearly toys, can cause problems at security. TSA may confiscate items that look like weapons, so consider leaving these at home or packing them in checked luggage. Things like lighters, fireworks, or even certain perfumes with high alcohol content can be flagged. Avoid bringing anything flammable as a gift. Check TSA's full list of prohibited items if you're unsure. Flying with fragile gifts can be stressful, especially if they're in your checked bag. Here's how to protect those delicate presents. Wrap fragile items in bubble wrap or clothing for extra padding. TSA may open and inspect your bag, so it's a good idea to label delicate items and pack them securely. If you're worried about fragile gifts, you can ask for a fragile sticker at the check-in counter. While it's no guarantee, it does signal baggage handlers to be a little more cautious. Or maybe that means throw harder to them. If you have several delicate items, consider shipping them ahead of time. This not only protects your gifts, but also saves space in your luggage. Finally, if you're giving cash or gift cards, it's best to keep these items in your carry-on. Gift cards, cash, or any other valuable items should always stay in your carry-on or personal item. This reduces the risk of loss or theft, especially if your checked luggage is delayed or mishandled. If you're traveling with high-value items, consider keeping receipts or taking photos for insurance purposes, just in case something happens during the journey. Flying with gifts doesn't have to be complicated. With a little planning and knowledge of TSA's rules, you can keep your presents safe and sound. Whether you're carrying electronics, liquids, or delicate items, following these tips will make your holiday travel smoother. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for more travel tips.